What's up guys, Brad back on the channel, and today we've got another video. So tomorrow evening we're going to be travelling to Nottingham for the game Nottingham Forest versus Huddersfield Town. If I had to say how this game could be summed up, it literally is all to play for. Looking at the past 5 games for both teams, starting with the home team Forest, losing their last game, obviously away at Riverside against Middlesbrough. But before that, they'd won their previous 3 and then drew the game before that, meaning that they had 10 points, obviously, out of the last 4. So was in brilliant form up until that game. So 10 in the last 5, yeah. And then if you look at our form, our 5th last game, we actually lost. Then the 2 after that, we drew, although you could argue bottled. And then the 2 after that, we've actually won, both on the bounce, being 3-2 at Ashton Gate against Bristol and at home against Blackpool on Boxing Day. So 2 teams in very, very good form. 2 teams in very, very good positions, both on 24 games. The simple thing is that we've won 1 more game than Forest, and the game that we did win, they drew. So that's what separates us, simply. And 3 goals positive to them in goal difference. So 2 teams that are in very good form, 2 teams that are very much on it at this stage of the season. Now, if you look into a previous live stream, I did a live stream saying Carlos in or out. Now, that wasn't me kind of saying I want him gone or I want him 100% in. That was me trying to get opinions on, obviously, myself, my view, and obviously the rest of the fan base. And it was very, very 50-50 split. But fortunately, Carlos has very much turned around the performance, as well as obviously the results, especially in the past 2. Although we have been prone to some silly errors, we've seen games out, and I think what separates the good and the bad teams in this league are the ones that see it out and get the points. So we're going to dive into some lineups and a score prediction. Quick one. I'm just going to double check now, actually see this is correct before I make a fool of myself. But I believe we've actually hit 3.8k. Yeah, we hit 3.8k, which is massive. Thank you so much. I thought I'd seen that we did, but I couldn't be 100% sure. Anyways, like I say, it's going to be a very tough game. You know, 2 teams that are playing very good football at the minute, especially in the last few. So yeah, let's crack on with a predicted and realistic lineup for my beloved Huddersfield Town. Now, obviously, this Forest game is against a team which we previously lost to. In fact, it was our first. We gave them their first win of the season. So to suggest that Forest could be a rollover, for us to go ahead and beat them comfortably, would be silly, unrealistic, and all the rest. So if we look at the team that played against Blackpool, I think everyone in their own right played pretty well, but we can expect what the lineup could be. Now, me personally, obviously Nichols without a doubt, 100%, 100,000,000% in the goalkeeping role. Then obviously Pearson, but then it looks like we're going to have to play Sarr and Colwill. Otherwise, we're going to be playing a back 4 formation because the Lees obviously after suffering the elbow from Gary Medine on Saturday, he was concussed. One thing I will say about that, the referee was a total disgrace, total unprofessional in that situation. He's literally seen him be hit in the face, and for a head injury, the way football works is if it's a head injury, you stop play regardless of whether you think they're acting or not, because on the chance that they're not acting, which was the case here for Tom Lees, he didn't move for about a good 2 minutes. Obviously, we had a similar situation where someone obviously suffered something massive in the world in the Euros. Obviously, with Christian Eriksen, totally unrelated incidents in the actual effects and cause. But it goes to show, because Eriksen was treated and play was stopped seconds after he went to ground. Leeds was on the floor for a good 2 minutes, So it's fortunate for us that Leeds' injury wasn't the worst case scenario, because There was no paramedics or any help on the pitch for at least a good 2 or 3 minutes, in which he stayed pretty stationary. So yeah, the referee wants investigating on that. He just handled it poorly, and then he's more focused on booking Toffolo than he is in actually seeing if Lee's all right. When it was a head injury, so, and obviously when stuff happens to the head, you never know how good or bad it could be. So you know, and like out of this situation, I'm not trying to get views or anything like that. I would never do that, but I'm glad Ericsson had a recovery, and I also wish Tom all the best in that recovery as well. Now, the lineup. So Nicholas Pearson, and obviously talking about Tom Lee taking his position will be Sarr, and then on the left centre back, Levi Colwill. The right wing back, I'd actually go with Aaron Rowe. He played decent stuff, and I just think it'd be good to play him there, considering Holmes played poor against Blackpool for me. So I'd actually put Thomas in that right wing role. After scoring 2 goals, he'll be pretty confident and an attacking threat. What our problem sometimes as well is when key players go hiding. Like anyone, when key players go hiding, there's not enough quality and kind of fire to get us over the line. Sorba gives us that. When he's on it, he's on it. Like Blackpool, absolutely ridiculous first goal, and you know, really composed for the second as well. So credit to him. He's proved us right and wrong plenty of times this season, but more so getting onto the right now. So like I said, I'd have Rowe right wing back. I would Forest. I'd actually Toffolo left wing back, Rowe right wing back. The 2 in the middle. I hate to say it again, High wasn't the best on Boxing Day. I would give Russell a game this game. I would give Russell a go, or someone else maybe who could maybe drop in, even play maybe Holmes in a midfield role, and then obviously you've got Thomas out wide, and then Rowe filling Thomas' spot. Left wing I'd keep as Sinani, and striker I'd keep as Ward. I want to see obviously Rhodes coming off the bench and making an impact. Karoma maybe, and put High on the bench and bring High on and do it the other way around for once. Just maybe spice it up a bit. But that's the lineup I'd go with. Nichols, Colwell, Sarr, Pearson, Rowe, Russell. Oh no, sorry, we'll say Holmes, O'Brien, Toffolo, Sinani, Ward, Sorba. So I think that's probably the best lineup we could probably pick with what we've got available. Pippa looks like he could be in the squad for Blackburn, which is good. It'd be nice to see that, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's the lineup I'd pick for tomorrow. So obviously, say what you want. The first half against Blackpool wasn't the best. The second half much better. But would the game have been that kind of way had Gabriel not been sent off? 2 clear yellows. I don't know what the manager was complaining about, but obviously, you know, like I say, there's no way of actually knowing if the game, would we have won it had they had 11 men? Probably not. They looked pretty comfortable on the ball and how they were organised. So I am confident for tomorrow, because obviously we've just won an away game, so maybe this could be the start to, you know, seeing games out a bit more, getting a couple more points on the road. But obviously the big kind of but here is it's Nottingham Forest, and we never really do well at Forest. We won last season, but apart from that, the past few we have lost, so we don't usually do well against Forest away. Adding to that, Forest are a really big fan base. They make a lot of noise, and when you go to a place like the City Ground, who make a lot of noise, sometimes that can obviously impact the performance against you. It's one of the grounds where I'd probably dislike to go to for that reason, because obviously they're going to chant, obviously for their team, which will to get behind the home team, because not a lot of places do have good home support, but I've heard that City Ground has. I've not been before, but I just took their away support and thought they must have good home. And I don't know. We're both in great form, but they've got the home advantage. There's plenty of different ways this could go. I'd love it if we could just go and score a goal and a goal late on and just see the game out for the next 10 minutes or so and have a nice 1-0 or something. With Town, it never seems that simple. So, I mean, I predicted 2-2 for Blackpool. You say what you want, I was very close. I was 1 goal off. Obviously, had the man not been sent off, I might have been right. But, like I say, we'll never know. I'm going to go with... You know what, we've conceded 2 in the past 2 games. I'm going to go with a 1-1. I think we'll be a bit more defensively solid tomorrow, but we'll still concede. I think 1-1, and I think for us, I don't think Ward's going to score again. 4 in a row seems a bit thing. I think I've got a feeling Toffolo's going to score. I think Toffolo will score. And for Nottingham Forest, let's have a quick look at their last lineup. Obviously, it's Middlesbrough. I think for Forest, that Brennan Johnson will score. What a talent that kid is. Yeah, I think he will score for Nottingham Forest. So like I say, we're going to wrap the video up now. Just a couple of things to say on the end. I'm really grateful for hitting 3.8k. That's massive. But more importantly, I'm really happy that Tom made the recovery and the injury isn't as bad as it seemed. Obviously, a lot of us were kind of shocked and feared the worst really for Tom. We're glad he is on the mend, and yeah, we look forward to seeing him maybe on Sunday at Blackburn, because obviously because of the concussion rule, he's not eligible for selection tomorrow. So there's like I said, there's plenty of ways tomorrow can go. Hopefully, you can get at least a point. That'd be a nice little point on the road. But yeah, I look forward to seeing some of you guys out there tomorrow and making the match day vlog as always. If anyone is interested in recording a fan cam, I can't hang around for too long after the game because obviously I'm on the coach, so it'll have to be quick. But if anyone is interested in getting their opinion heard on a fan cam, like I said, there's not been any in recent weeks simply because people either say they're going to turn up and don't, or they just forget, or there could be 1 of 10 reasons. And you know, I'm not going to have a go at anyone because people have things to do. I understand, respect that. So yeah, but if you do want to be on a fan cam, then please get in touch through my DMs, which will be on Instagram or Twitter, which is both Brad Barbs and @BradBarbs. So quite easy to remember, same as the channel name. If you do want to get one of those, leave me a DM and we'll get it sorted. But anyway guys, hope everyone stays safe, hope everyone had a great Christmas, and hope everyone has a great new year. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening, travelling to and from the city, travelling to the city ground. Cheers guys.